Hi, you guys. We're going to be talking today about our Tuesday lesson about factors. So go ahead, make sure you have a paper for your anchor chart. You're going to want to write this down so you can use it on the quick check quiz on Friday. So go ahead on the top. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. All right, we're going to do our title. So factors. And then, a little design. So basically, I'm going to write factors. Basically, factors are going to be two numbers. You multiply, and I'll underline that word multiply because I'll tell you why. So you multiply together to get a product, to get that answer. Remember, two numbers multiplied together equal the product. So, for example, there are two different ways you can find out what a factor of a number is. The first way is kind of like the Common Core way. And let me do this example I'm going to do it in purple. All right, so my first example would be if you were to take the number and they were to ask you, so on homework tonight, if they were to ask you find as many factors in the number 35, first you're always going to do 1 and then the number. Those are both always factors, the 1 and then whatever the number is. And then you need to think, what two numbers can I multiply together? That's why I underlined the multiply. What two numbers can I multiply together to get that product of 35? And of course, we know it would be 5 and 7. So that's the first way you can do it. The other way you can do it is what I call the tree method, because it starts to kind of look like a tree. And this is my 80s way. This is the way I learned. So look at both ways, and then today for the lesson, you can do whichever way works best for you. So if they were to ask on the homework, 35, what are the as many factors you can get from 35? I, of course, would start with 1 and 35, and then I'd make another tree. And I don't make a tree over here because there's really nothing, no two numbers I can multiply to get 1. I mean, 1 times 1, but that's just silly. So I'm going to make my tree here. And then once again, 7 times 5. And then everything that's at the bottom of the tree are the products. So then I would have, let me change it, sorry. So basically for both of them, no matter which way you decide to do it, your products would be 35, or factors, sorry. Your factors would be 35, 7, 5, and 1. So those 4. Okay? So for tonight, if they say, for example, your number is, let's just change it to 36. And they want to know which, 36 times 1, 6 times 6, 3 times 2. And then I would circle up all my numbers at the bottom. And there's going to be a line tonight for homework. And you would have to then say, the factors are, you don't have to write out the factors, but the numbers. And I like to do biggest to smallest just so I know. You can even go like this to make sure you're writing down all of yours, 2 and 1. Okay? All right, so let's look at one more time looking at the anchor chart. So last one for the anchor chart. So up here, let me see. I'm going to do purple again for the 80s way. Or I'm sorry, for the Common Core way. So I'm going to have the number 16. So of course, 1 and 16 equals 16. 2 times 8 equals 16. 4 times 4 equals 16. So then I know that 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1 are all factors. And then the other way, if you want to, do the 80s way. So 16, I do my tree, 1 and 16. I break up the 16, 4 and 4, and then 4 and 4 can be broken up and that. So even though there's 1, 2, 3, 4 number 2s, when you're writing the answer, you don't need to be writing all those down. You just need to write it one time. So I would say my factors would be 16, 4, 2, and 1. Okay? So that is today's lesson on factors. Make sure you have your anchor chart done. Make sure you use it on the homework today, and then you may also use it on your quick check on Friday if you'd like. All right, bye you guys.